I've been devising my whole life. I started in like kindergarten, first grade, and I really fell in love with it because you have this like collective creative process where everyone contributes together and you get a final product that you all really enjoy.
Devising is basically where, instead of reading something that's already been written and acting that out, you kind of come up with your own piece.
Hand to Mouth does a lot of devising workshops with kids. That's kind of their focus. I just think it's a really awesome tool. Also getting them outside of the rules of their craft. Their theater can be very rigid. Like, for example, our show right now, we are setting the audience on the stage and having performances happen out in the seats. So even just something like a perspective shift, like a physical perspective shift of the space, I feel like can really open up a lot of avenues for creation and creativity. I'm really happy to be here, really happy working with these kids.
The programs are really rooted in the tenets of social emotional learning, so they're process-based. So the curriculum is designed to amplify and enrich a student's identity, their place of belonging in their communities and in a group setting, and their value, most importantly. And so we work really hard to create a really strong ensemble and a safe place for kids to create. And we're really glad to be in our third year of summer camps.
I have never really been able to devise and then perform like something myself. I've always whenever I've done theater, I've been in someone else's piece, or I've written something, but then never been able to actually show it off. And I've also definitely never worked with this many people to create something. So this is a great experience in that sense.
We basically get the students in the room together and ask them about what they're thinking about and what their interests are and the types of skills that they're bringing into the room, and just kind of get them communicating with each other and with us about the kinds of things that they would like to see on stage and also in the world. And I think it's been really amazing to watch them come closer together as peers and also learn from each other.
I would say a little louder.
Yeah. Okay. Lines, character, volume.
Try to, even though you're not facing them, imagine your voice hitting backwards.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that was great.
They are creating material entirely by themselves. And the work largely comes from games and exercises we do. We challenge them to think about themes and topics they want to talk about and to pay attention to things that come up organically in conversation in the room. Right now we are doing a piece about tangerines because tangerines were just a snack we had in the room and they kept popping up in different exercises and performances we were doing, and we were like, let's just focus in on that as a silly theme for our final performance. So that's where we're at now.
Me being here, I just really want to help others see how influential devising can be to people in the community.
Even if you're not interested in theater, if you're not interested in socializing with people, I feel like it helps, especially with socializing. Jack in the Box! I work here because I really do enjoy theater, and I feel like it broadens my horizons of everything that I'm doing.
Devising is awesome for kids to learn because I think it allows kids of all different backgrounds and experiences to share their history and where they're coming from. Rather than telling someone else's story, they get to tell their own. I wish I, as a kid, was told that I could do that more often, especially in performance and in theater.
And then you're just going to start by whispering energy, and then you're going to get louder, and so it's your energy, so you're going to be ending up screaming energy and jumping.
Yeah. Okay. And then we do release? We release our...
Just energy, and then we go places.
Okay.
Yeah. It's another way of showing your emotions through moving and saying things in the most obscure way that you can possibly think of. You can just completely be yourself on stage.
if you think about it, all of theater is based on devising. Someone has an idea and they bounce it off of other people, and shows are created.
To me, devising is like being able to put your own ideas and feelings into a piece that will be different from like what you're thinking, but it'll be like people can see how you're feeling and thinking, even if it's not you like telling them exactly about it.
I think devising hopefully will make a bigger impact in the future than it does now, because most people just, see written shows, but they don't see the process that goes behind a show. And I would really recommend joining like a company or having an experience with people you care about, that just you get to sit down and talk about issues and then try to make a piece about it to share with people or inspire new pieces. I loved working with hand to mouth because it's, first of all, such a great thing to put on your resume. It's a really helpful experience to be able to like get your hands on not just acting but creating your own piece from your own experience. It helps you develop your acting skills by understanding characters and stories, like with deeper thinking about why a character does a certain thing, why they're thinking a certain way. And you can apply it to so many things. You don't have to be just an actor, want to be just an actor. You don't have to just want to be like a playwright. You can even just implement theater in general into everyday life, like communications, public speaking, like all of these different things.
Being able to be here now and like give the experience that I didn't have to these people in middle school is awesome. And all the people that I've worked with, like the middle schoolers and like the other people from hand to mouth that I'm working with, are all like great, and it's just a fun time.
It's been really sweet to watch them share what they can do with each other and kind of become more personally open with each other over the course of the few weeks that we've had them. So I really love devising, especially with youth, because I think they are pretty unafraid to say what they're thinking if you give them the chance and the space to do that. And I feel like I've learned so much about what it means to be growing up in this age with all the access that they have and with all the interests that they have. It's pretty special to get to know them.
Light is dangerous.
Electronics taste delicious.
Oh, okay. This year was really hard for me, but I still kind of hung on to theater through hand to mouth. And it was the best thing that I could have done. The community that I've built with hand to mouth, it's been such a unique experience. Like, I know I'm using that word a lot, experience, but I mean, that's what it is. I started this because I heard from my friend who did it in their first year, 2021. I heard she was like, oh, this is such a great program, and even though like I want to do architecture as my career, this was still something I'd definitely do again. And so I joined it last summer, and it's been amazing.
I think I have definitely grown, like, from the beginning of the camp. I was, like, pretty, like, shaky and scared in front of, like, people I don't know, especially in, like, a drama area where, like, I don't know anyone and everyone has such a big personality, but I think I definitely have grown in that way.